First day, we got to Cambodia. Um, we came in and landed in the airport, got off the plane. We're walking through, and there's all these Cambodian people. We spent 12 weeks in the MTC trying to learn Cambodian, and we're excited to try and learn it, try and use it, but we're also really nervous because we know we won't be able to understand if they talk back to us. And so we're going through the airport. It's a really small airport, so it's really quick to get out and get our luggage and everything. We got out, and there was no one there. We got out of the airport, and we're standing outside of the terminal and looking around, and there's no one there. So, we got a group of 15 people just standing around with a bunch of luggage, like looking around. Okay, what do we do now? Do we all go talk to the tuk-tuk? So there's the kind of common transportation is called the tuk-tuk, and it's a motorcycle with a carriage trailer that you can ride in the carriage. And so do we grab a taxi or a tuk-tuk and take it to the mission home? I mean, we got the mission home address, I guess, from the mailing address information. And so as we were kind of sitting there, then the president and the APs came up and they're like, "How'd you get out of the airport so fast?" No one's ever beaten us out of the airport. And they came up and took us out. And the very first thing we did is we went to a market. It's called Saint Odyssey. It's kind of over in the area by the mission home. And we went out there and we started contacting. They had the assistants and the office elders there with us and split us up. And we went one with the office elder or an assistant and then one of us. And we just went out and started contacting people. That was really intimidating, but it was a lot of fun. It was really, really cool experience. I remember not the first guy, one of the guys that I talked to, he was an older gentleman, and he wasn't really interested at all. I was trying to talk to him, ask him if he'd ever learned about Jesus Christ, asked him if he'd ever gone to a church, and he talked about some church that he'd gone to, but he said he wasn't really interested, and so we started walking away. As we started walking away, he called out to us, and he's like, "Hey, do you have anything I'll just start handing out some stuff, help you guys hand out some information and stuff." And so we gave him a stack of pass-along cards with our phone number on, and he was starting to hand them around to people around, and it was a really cool experience just to see, he doesn't want our message, he's not interested, but he's willing to pass it along to other people. So it was a really cool and interesting experience. And then it was a really great moment for me when we were able to go contact these 3 young men who were sitting in one of those tuk-tuks, and we got in the tuk-tuk with them and sat down with them, and we started talking with them, and our goal with that was we wanted to give them a Book of Mormon. And so I was doing the talking and saying, "Here, this is the Book of Mormon," and in the end, they accepted the Book of Mormon, and I was like, "Yes, we got the Book of Mormon out." And then we went back to the mission home, and we had a lot of orientation and stuff. Met the mission president, got to really know him pretty well. President Moon was great, and had some more orientation stuff. Got to bed. Had some trouble sleeping with the jet lag, and the schedule was completely off. But we got tired enough that we were able to sleep. And the next day was get transfers with your trainer and go. And so we just went. And that first night with my trainer, we went and we met with the branch president. And I didn't add much of anything to that meeting at all, but I was there, and I was really surprised that I was able to understand what they were talking about. I mean, they were talking about things that I had never talked about before at the MTC, but they were talking about less active members and things, and I had never talked about that, but I was able to kind of follow along in that meeting, and it was actually a really, really good meeting. I really got to know my branch president well, and as we went over throughout the week, as we went and visited members and got to know the members, it was really great to see how warm and friendly they were and how willing they were to reach out to all of us. I mean, even though I was just this new missionary, and my trainer was new to the area as well. We were what's called whitewashing, where neither of us knew the area, and we were coming in to serve in the area. And it was a really great place. It was a really humbling experience. That first week, I started out in an area that's called Stung Min Che, and specifically in the third branch of Stung Min Che, where probably a third of the geographical area of the branch is taken up by big dump. It's no longer an active dump. It was a previous dump, and there's all sorts of slums that have popped up and around the dump as people use it to have cheap land, and to they would go through and collect recyclables, things that people had thrown away that were recyclable. They would dig through the trash of the dump and find those recyclables, and that's how they made their living. And so I was coming from America straight into a dump, basically, and that's where I was serving, and really just serving and loving these people so much, and just seeing that they have the biggest hearts and that they love you so much. I mean, it's a feeling that you can't compare to, and the feeling that you love them so much as well. And it's not, oh, I pity you because you're so poor. It's, I love you because you're such an amazing person and I want to get to know you. That was the best feeling, and that was kind of my first impression as I got into the country.